Alright, hello everyone on YouTube. Right now, I am making this video. I'm not even sure if I'll upload it or not yet, but I am testing out a new hardware capture card that I got that allows me to capture HD gameplay. So, right now this is mostly a test. I'm trying to do live commentary along with making the video. So I'm commenting on this as I'm playing it. This should allow me to capture in HD. So, of course, to test this out, I chose a PlayStation 2 standard definition game that I'm emulating on my PlayStation 3. Alright, you know what? It still comes across as HD as far as any kind of hardware or software is concerned, even if it's just being upscaled by my old 80 gig PS. So, this is NCAA 04 football, college football. And this is the national championship game between my Dynasty William and Mary tribe and University of Michigan. And we're about to kick off. So, it's just me here, and again, I'm doing this mostly to test, so I'll just comment whatever comes to mind. I'll probably do some more videos in the future like this, but with some of my friends to get kind of a more lively commentary going. Alright, so let's line it up. The wind is moderately strong. Okay, kid.
Decent kick, looks to be returnable.
Oh yeah, you should also be able to hear the audio from the game, which will include commentary. So, combination of my commentary and the in-game commentary. So I think to open up the game, we should do a blitz. I think it's a good way to see how our opponent's offensive line holds. So I can show you what my play is going to be after I select it.
Drops back to pass. He steps up down the middle. His receiver has it. Fernandez with a takedown. Another completion. Another chunk of yards. And that'll push him past the 2,000-yard mark for the year.
Another one? That's the first pass of the game. Alright, the commentary is a little bit off, but it's a game from 2004.
Michigan sets up in the eye. Under heavy pressure.
Oh, okay.
Comes away with a sack. A big-time play by the defense.
I don't really know what to make of their ability to defend the quarterback yet. Because that first play they held off reasonably well, but that second play they couldn't stop me.
Second down now and 13 to go.
So, zone.
The Wolverines line up in an I formation. They keep it on the ground with a tailback. And down he goes. A pickup of about 3.
Alright. It looks like regardless of how well they can protect their quarterback, they can't really get much run. So I think our odds are looking good in this game.
The defense will stack the line of scrimmage.
They must be doing some pass here.
Eldridge back to throw. Steps up.
What? How did that guy get so open? Oh. Oh, how did that happen? This guy should have been in zone somewhere. There should have been somebody back here. This guy acts like he was doing man coverage here. You're not supposed to go after that guy. You're supposed to be guarding an area of the field. Now, I don't know if he could have knocked the pass down, but there's no reason he should be following this player on their team. Yeah, because he ended up in someone else's zone. Alright. I feel like they might try a run, so...
It's 1st and 10. This is the
play
of this drive. Michigan
wow,
lines up with 3
receivers.
receivers.
They got closer than I thought.
Hartley, the ball carrier.
Okay, they did do a run, but not the way I thought they would.
The fullback gains about 4 yards there. Second and 6. And this is
one good thing about being this close to the goal line is that you can actually do zone coverage and it becomes very effective.
He drops back. Steps up in the pocket. They'll make the sack.
All right.
He just blew past the blockers and dragged the quarterback down.
Boy, excellent play by the defense here. A few extra seconds, and those receivers might have been open.
Okay, I'm thinking we need 3 guys to be way back.
The defense will try to stop this third down as they...
I don't know, because the zones don't go back as far as I would like. I'm hoping this doesn't
Michigan
bite.
comes to the line, only one man in the backfield. Eldridge drops to throw. He steps up, wants to throw outside.
Oh, okay, that was close.
Almost had the completion.
Yeah, but the defense was ready.
And now they're going to kick
Get a
the
hand
field
on
goal.
the pass. Bring up, fourth down.
Not much I can do about this, but that was a pretty good start.
Bowman is lined up for the
And
kick.
I learned that their offensive line does have holes in it. And I don't necessarily need to blitz really hard to sack the quarterback. Instead, I need to make it hard for any of his people to get open.
And it's through the uprights.
So that's going to be basically my strategy going forward.
Bowman ready to kick. Fernandez and Dunham back deep to return. And they'll be returning this one. Dunham takes it at the 4. He spins
Alright.
around.
Ah. Alright, that went alright.
They'll go to work at the 22. Bingham lines
So
up.
I'm going to establish a run. See if I can run the ball
And
decently.
he's taken down. They got 4 yards on
Oh,
that.
by the way, my halfback is garbage. Alright, he is garbage. He is... I mean,
2nd and 6 coming up
he's
here.
okay at
Ball on
breaking
the
tackles.
26-yard line.
He is garbage at speed, though.
The Tribe come to the line with
This
their
is my
jumbo
fullback
package.
running the ball now.
And down he goes.
Well,
A
they
gain
knew
of
it was
3
coming,
yards
so
by the
that-
fullback.
In
hard
this short
decision.
yardage situation, you got to make sure not to pitch the ball unless you absolutely have to.
We've got 3rd and 3 here. Ball on the 29-yard line.
Looks like they're actually not prepared for a run.
On the ground.
A little weird. But all right, I'll take it.
First down on the run by the tailback. It's 1st and 10. Ball on the 33. They'll give it off here. Scott
All right.
brings him down at the 35.
Seems like my fullback
Couple of
isn't
yards
able to
there.
do too well.
2nd and 8 coming up here. Ball on the 35.
What I'm trying to do right now is I'm trying to wear down, because I figure if I can get their guys to all be really tired by just repeatedly basically ramming my whole team into their line,
A 2-yard run. by the
eventually I'll
halfback.
break a good run, but it looks like they have
I
successfully
chuck the
stopped.
ball up here in this situation.
Take a risk and try to run with my QB on a rollout play. So let me
another
see how good
3rd
they
down
are.
upcoming for the
At this
offense.
point, I'm testing the
William and
waters
Mary
a whole
will line up in
lot.
a jumbo set
What I'm
here.
hoping will happen is that they'll all chase my receivers to the left and my
Brown
quarterback can
steps
run
back
to the
to
right.
pass. Looking. He scrambled.
Yes. Yep. It'll work.
No one open, so he's going to run. Can't wrap him up.
Oh.
With a takedown.
Yeah, I
They just
definitely
keep
can't keep
moving
doing
the
that,
chain.
but it works.
Bit by bit, my friend. It starts with the short pickups on 1st and 2nd down, and then you get the rest on 3rd down. In the process,
Okay.
you start to wear the defense down, and that's when you break the big one.
Brown gives it up the middle. Pearl brings
Alright,
him down.
alright. I was a little worried there
5-yard
for a
pickup
second,
for
but
the
he
tailback.
managed to somehow get knocked forward, so I think
2nd
we'll
down and
be
5.
fine
And this is
running
the
for
8th
another
play of the
first down.
drive.
And we're just, it's amazing, the quarter's only 5 minutes in this game. We're already through the entire
Another run.
first quarter.
And
Almost.
down he goes. And they pick up 2 yards. They've been 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive, and they'll try to convert again here.
Convert again here.
They come out with 4 linebackers. Handoff up the middle.
All right.
He's gobbled up in the backfield.
As a coach,
Now
you
let's run
got
out
to do
the
some
clock.
different things to keep that defense guessing out there.
Both teams getting closer to the championship as we wrap up the first quarter. The score, Michigan 3, William and Mary nothing. It's 4th down, and the punt team lines up.
They're coming out in a safe punt return formation, which is probably smart, but I am actually just going to kick it.
It's away, and it's a booming
Ooh,
punt.
all right, I should have
Scott
kicked a little
falls
higher.
for the fair catch. And it goes
I
into the end
underestimated
zone,
my
down
punter.
for a touchback. And now a
All right,
slight
so,
break in the action as
on
the
that
offense
note,
comes out onto the field
Some of
for
you
their
are
next
probably
possession.
wondering, what the hell is William and Mary doing in the national championship? All right, well,
They'll start this drive
this
at
series
the
of
20-yard
games,
line.
which
Eldridge is
like Madden, is made by EA. But this is like 2003 EA, so they weren't totally pre-evil EA.
Yeah, it was.
Ah. There's so many ways that could have gone better. First off, hey, good job trying to, you know, knock it away or get an interception or something. But then, how did their guy just know, like, oh, I'm gonna tip it, and then it's just gonna land there. Let me just slide. I mean, to be fair, that was really impressive. And I guess if a guy can catch the ball while lying on the ground in the Super Bowl, I guess I'll have to accept this. Oh yeah, pre-evil EA.
2nd and 3 coming up.
So,
Ball on the 27-yard
I
line.
actually like this series of games. And I'm probably going to do more with it. I'll talk about some more with my friends in the future. Unfortunately, it looks like because of copyright reasons, probably people are not going to be able to continue to make this game, or the series of games. They made them up all the way through, I think, 2013, 2012 at least.
Look at how dominant they've been on defense.
And it became a problem because EA was making money using all these players' likenesses and stuff like that without actually getting their permission. Most of the players didn't mind. I think it was the schools that minded, if I recall.
Hartley gets another handoff. And down he goes.
He stopped him.
And they just stuffed that one.
Hey, this is a great play here by the defense.
Okay, good. Now it's our turn to do a safe return. It's 4th and 2. I'm not totally convinced. I mean, they'll probably kick. It's early on. But I keep getting interrupted by cool stuff out there. My friends and I will talk about this game and this type of thing more in the future, but basically right now I'm playing Dynasty mode.
And he muffed it.
Oh my god, don't muff it. Oh, come on, man. Stephon. Alright, can't really Stephon by 100 pounds.
He ran without the football.
You know, as a return man,
And you can play Dynasty mode.
is to catch the ball.
We're going to run
worry
out.
about the return.
You can do
He just
Dynasty
lost his
mode,
concentration.
which allows you to pick pretty much any school. This particular version of the game, 2004, I like the best because it includes a lot of FCS schools,
They'll run the option.
not just the big FPS programs. Oh, that.
Frost with a takedown. Gain of 9.
All right, cool. Just run up the middle with the fullback. So, for those of you who don't know about FCS and FBS, FCS is smaller, typically smaller, American Division I football programs.
Kendrick.
So, what is Division I football? That's football where the schools will give students a full scholarship. The FCS is basically the lower division of the two. FBS is higher. So, because I at one point went to University of Richmond, which is a FCS program, one of the smaller programs. Although it's good for FCS, it is still FCS. And now I'm transferring to William & Mary, which is Richmond's rival, actually, and is also an FCS program. That guy was open.
Complete. A good play to the tight end.
So what does this all mean? So because FCS programs are smaller, a lot of the time they're not in this type of game. In fact, I think there were probably maybe 4 different ones made that even included William & Mary and Richmond, which are among the better FCS programs. So, in the Dynasty mode of this game, it's actually really cool, and it's the type of thing that causes me to be frustrated when hardcore gamers look down on football games.
And he's taken down. A 5-yard gain.
This mode is almost a combination of a role-playing game.
3rd and 2. This is the 6th
And kind of a strategy game as well. So how is it role-playing in strategy? Sports is obvious, but how is it role-playing in strategy? Well, basically, you have the role of a coach, and obviously I'm showing the players well. But you also have the role of a coach. And as a coach, you do recruiting between each season, and depending on your own ability as a player to strategize, you will be able to get better or worse players. And after a whole lot of
And the
seasons,
linebacker
you can
comes
create
up and
your own
makes a big
schedules as
stop.
well.
This is textbook. This is how you're supposed to
When
play.
you add
against the run.
Yeah, and
FCS
that time the
school, you
defense
can
got
choose
him to
what
go
conference they go
backwards.
into. You can basically make at least part of your own
He's
schedule.
looking. He's rolling left. Throws this one out to the left.
Oh.
He had the pick and he dropped
Alright, I
it.
thought my quarterback would throw higher than that.
They just couldn't capitalize on the bad pass.
Yeah, I thought the defender had it, but he couldn't get the pick.
Like I was saying, you can make your own
Third and 11
schedule, you
coming
can
up here.
recruit between
Ball on the
seasons.
37.
Basically,
Tribe, line up with
you
three
can build up
receivers
your
bunch.
little FCS program like William and Mary
Brown, back to throw.
to get yourself to
Looking,
the
he
national
rolls left,
championship
wants
game.
to throw outside, and he
Aw.
can't hang on to it.
Here, the intended receiver on the play.
And as you recruit, you get better players who won't do things like drop an incredibly important pass for a first down in the national championship game. Are you happy with yourself? No, you're just gonna stare extremely awkwardly into the camera? Alright then, number 88.
This is what you play for. Crucial
Well,
situations, my
So
friend.
this is a weird
Now
thing in
show
American
everybody
football,
who's
but even though it's
watching
4th and
what
11,
you're
we're
made
actually going to go for it here.
Brown,
Because
lines
if
up
we
in the
were to
shotgun.
punt, I mean, they would probably, we'd either have to punt it real short and they'd return it anyway, or we'd kick into the end zone, they'd get a touchback, and they'd be on their own 20. It's a little too far out for a field goal, so we're actually going to go
Brown,
for it.
set to go to the air. Looks,
It's going to be,
steps up.
you know, we'll see.
He's
Oh!
got it. Touchdown!
And that's why you go for
Down
it.
with his tight end for the long touchdown.
Yo, he was huffing and puffing all the way down the field.
So yep, I don't
Get that guy some oxygen,
remember what
please.
year I am in game. I think I might be in the 2012 season, actually. So I've built up my team over years and years and years. And because of that, the player
And he hits
names
the
are not
PAT.
actual players.
So with just over a minute to go in the half, the score.
The game randomly generates
Michigan 3. Jeffrey,
certain
ready to
names,
kick this
and it
one
can be
off.
kind of amusing when the game repeats. I've only had that really
Kicks it
happen
off.
once, but it was actually kind of amusing because it randomizes the position. It just so
Pickett
happens
takes it from the 6.
when I would do
tries to
safe
spin.
returns on a punt,
And now we'll see
I would
the
have
offense
two
come
guys
out onto
named
the
Blunt,
field
both
for their
back
next
there to
possession.
return the ball. It's kind of funny.
They'll get the ball
It's
here.
weird. I don't
at
know
the
how many
24.
games they have, but they probably have like 100
Michigan
different
comes out
names
of
or
the
so, and they
shotgun.
can be any position. But
Eldridge
weird stuff
steps back to
happens.
pass. It falls incomplete.
So, when it comes to recruiting, if I can win this game, I would have a
Second and
much
10.
better time
Ball on the
recruiting.
24-yard line.
Every season, you
Eldridge
get
has
a
four
certain number of
receivers
people
lined up
who
here.
express interest in your team during recruiting. You know, you have people of varying levels of interest.
Throws this one out
So, I
to the
mean, you
left.
can
Incomplete
recruit
pass.
people who aren't
A
super
little too
interested.
much juice on that one. This
But I
quarterback
mean, they
sometimes
vary
gets a
between
little
having
bit
no
too
interest
excited back there
whatsoever
tries to put
and
too much on it.
basically
Relax
being
and
like
just make
they're
it
just
your
dying
time.
to go to your school,
It's
and if
third
you
down and 10.
give them an offer, they'll immediately accept.
Michigan lines up in a pro set.
You know, some of the lower levels of interest you can't do anything about. They just won't. But it tells you all of this ahead of time. So if you do well
And he's gonna lose
by,
yards
for
on this
example,
one.
winning the
Well,
national
just couldn't get much
championship,
of anything there.
winning
No,
the
Brad, he
conference
couldn't. And I think the
championship,
offensive line's going to have
timeout
to hold
because
their
they're going to
blocks
punt.
longer than they
I
did
want,
on that play.
I want
The
to try to
tribe
score
call
again.
for a timeout. And they'll have 2 remaining.
Not likely, but I'll give it a shot. And basically, by winning conferences, by having players
The
who get
drive
awards,
stalls,
they have
and they'll
things like
have
the
to punt it
Heisman
away.
Award. You know, they have things
It's
like
away, and
best
it's a
kicker,
booming punt.
which my guy actually won somehow.
Dunham takes it to 28.
All right, apparently that was inbounds. Oh, okay.
And he got a few yards.
He got more than
That was a good
few.
return.
That was a good return.
Good return and outstanding speed. He
Yeah.
almost went all the way that time.
Commenter Snick said it too.
First and 10.
But basically, if
Ball
I
right
win
around
here, I'll have a
midfield.
good time recruiting, and I'll be able to build an even
Single
more
set
overpowering
backfield.
team. I see that guy in the back there came forward, so I think I'm actually going to pass to my receiver on the left.
Brown drops back to pass. Across the middle.
Oh,
Receiver,
all right, it worked.
Bradshaw
Timeout.
brings him down. The Tribe are going to take a timeout.
I have
That
a
was their
decision
second
to make.
timeout.
Tell
I'm
your kids
almost
that this
in
is where
field
they
goal
earn their stripes.
Long field goal range.
I just let the
But I
players
don't
go
have
out
many.
there and have some
I only
fun.
have one timeout, right? I only have one timeout. So I could have done a few running plays, try to get in a good field goal position and take the
Bingham,
field goal,
alone back.
or I could go
Brown
for it all.
drops back on first down. Digs up in the pocket.
Or I could get wrecked.
Offense falls on it, and he's stopped behind the line.
All right, well, that makes my decision-making a little easier. Throw to the end zone 2 more times
It's
and call
second
it
down
a
and
day.
a long ways to
Or
go.
a half, anyway.
Ball on the 45.
But since I've been talking about recruiting anyway, I think I'll do a video about how recruiting
This one's thrown
works.
deep over the
And
middle.
let's see if this works.
Got
Oh
it.
my gosh, you got it! No! 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 Oh, man. I was hoping he would get in for the touchdown and break a tackle, but even if he couldn't, I would have used my timeout and taken the field goal. But because that other dude was there, his arm hit that dude and the ball came loose through his arm somehow. But it would have come loose anyway. And then, of course, they scoop it right. You know, when 56 there didn't get it, I held on to a moment of hope. I was like, could my guy there get it? Could number 80 get it? Like, no. Alright. Well, let's do a lot of man coverage. I have an idea. Maybe I can get something out of this. Let's go for the rare safety.
They'll go to work at the 5.
See if we can do it. It's a little risky, but let's see if we can get a
The
safe.
Wolverines line up in a split back set.
I'll get something for my trouble anyway.
Sanders on a counter left side, and down he goes. Nothing gained.
Sanders? Oh no, not another politician in our football games. Oh no. We had Bush back in one of the Madden videos, and now we have Bernie Sanders on there too.
Championship. The score at the break is William and Mary 7.
Well, it's shaping up to be a pretty good game, actually. It's had some cool and intense moments. Anyway, like I was saying, I'm probably going to do, since I'm on a roll here anyway, I might as well do another video kind of showing some of the recruiting aspects, but I'll make that separate. Now, this game's also going to be really interesting in terms of copyright
Michigan will be
issues for
kicking
media.
off to start the second half. He kicks it.
Because EA is not making the game anymore, like I said, because
Dunham takes it at
copyright
the 8.
issues of their own.
Spinning.
So does that mean that they're willing to try to enforce
Before the
copyright
offense hits
when
the
I
field,
upload
let's
this
take the
video or
time to
not?
let you know
Because
that our
EA is
game
known
is
for
brought
being
to you
kind of
by EA
awful
Sports.
when it comes
This
to
is what
copyright
power
stuff.
football is all about.
I mean,
You
clearly
gotta
I'm
be
adding a
able
lot
to
to this
run
video. I'm
between
doing the
the
running
tackles.
commentary basically the whole time.
The Wolverines bring in the nickel
So
package.
I'm
Hand off
adding
the middle.
something to it. So it's not a copyright
Scott with a
case that
takedown.
should be against me
They can just
anyway.
feel it, can't they?
You know, I
boy,
mean,
when
you're
you have
allowed
a
to
lead in a
monetize
national
on
championship
YouTube
and
things
your
like
line
Let's
is
Plays
making holes like
without,
that,
well,
watch
in
out,
theory,
sweetheart.
without
It's
fear
first and 10.
of
Ball on their own 39.
any kind of
Michigan
organization,
lines up with
group,
5
company,
defensive
whatever,
backs.
taking down your video on copyright grounds.
On the ground with a tailback.
However, EA
Flowers
is known
brings
not
him
to really
down.
respect
4 yards
this. They're
gain.
not the best company for it.
Gain of 4 on the play.
Second and 6.
So I don't even know how
Ball on the
things go with
43-yard
Madden
line.
videos. Things like reviews
They come out in a
should
goal line
absolutely
set.
be
Inside
protected.
give.
And really things like, oh,
And he's taken
he
down.
broke through pretty well.
That's the type of run that
Things
got
like Let's
these
Plays
guys here.
generally are
This is a
considered
perfect
protected as well.
example of how a championship running game can get the ball down the field.
This is
It's
a
first
fun
and
one.
10. Ball on the 49.
So, I don't know how they treat Madden, but I would figure that
The
given
Wolverines
that
line
they're
up with
afraid
6
to make any
defensive
more of these games because they don't own all the copyright stuff necessary, and they don't feel like they might not even enforce anything in this game. So I'm about to do a trick play. So quarterback tosses it to the halfback, who
And now
tosses
he'll
it to the
lateral
wide
it.
receiver, who throws it back to the QB in theory,
And
but
it's
he gets
knocked down.
tackled.
And they do a good job at swatting that one away.
Alright,
Right,
I'll
Brad.
make sure to show that one to
Excellent
you all
awareness by the
before the game
defender to know
ends.
where the football is
It might
and
become a
get his
fourth
hand on
quarter
it.
play, sorry.
Brown comes to the line with 3 wide.
He was supposed to throw it back to the
Looking,
QB,
he's under
actually.
pressure. His
Oh,
receiver has it.
okay.
Kendrick with a take.
That was a nice reach my guy had. I was actually nervous for a second there. I thought I might have made a mistake. Thought it might be an interception. But he's just like, nah, man, I got this. I'm just gonna... Look at that catch. He knows exactly where the ball is going to be, somehow. Goes right into his hand, perfectly where the ball would be. And their guy doesn't make a play on it at all. So, alright, cool. You know, my instinct normally is, because my team is good, normally
First and
go
10.
for blood.
Ball on the
But
37-yard
I'm
line.
gonna be smart.
William and Mary will line up in a jumbo set here.
You know, I was kind of lucky with my one touchdown, so let's
Again,
run
he'll
the
get
ball.
call.
Try to get in good field goal
Lyman
range.
brings him down.
After
About
that, we'll
7
think
yards
about
on
getting
that
a
carry.
7-yard gain on the
So I'm in the middle of the field here playing from the goal line formation. But it does make it easier to run and makes it more likely to be a fumble if you do that.
Kendrick with a takedown. The fullback picks up about 3 yards on that carry.
I need to do QB sneak. Alright, I'll do it, but I hate to have my QB get hit in the national championship game at all.
They come out in a goal line set.
Alright, he held it. And he's alright.
Yeah, good job by the quarterback of feeling where the opening was and getting enough for the first
Screen pass. You know, we've done so many running plays that probably prepare for you to run it. So they might bunch up a bunch of guys in the middle. So the screen works. My line in front of me will break down, but that's intentional. And then I throw to a guy who should be behind.
Brown on first down.
So they all go to protect where this guy is. And he has a bunch of dudes over there protecting him.
He spins. Pearl with a takedown.
Yeah, that worked out pretty well. So if you look carefully, all the guys in front of me basically leave and they go over to the right. And then I pass to the guy who's on the right. Now he has all these dudes here trying to prevent anyone from stopping him. And this could have been a huge play, but like I said, my halfback is not that good. He's really slow. He's alright at breaking tackles, though. Halfback is probably one of the biggest things I'm recruiting for during the offseason. And because I'm going to make a video, you'll get to see whether I'm successful or not. Oh, this is a good run by the fullback.
Gains about 4 yards there.
Let's run the fullback again.
William and Mary has done a great job of getting points once they get inside the red zone.
Hey, when they get close to the goal line, you can count on some kind of score. They never come away empty-handed.
Broke away from one. And
oh, almost.
What a drive this has been.
And they made about 6 stops along the way. One for every first down they've gotten. And that, my friend, deserves a...
Check out the
I mean, look, at this point, if we've got 6 first downs, we deserve the touchdown. Can they just give it to us? I'm going to try halfback. I could do QB sneak, but again, I'd really rather him not get hit. And it is first down.
They've got all the big boys in for this one.
Let's do it.
On the ground with the tailback.
Oh, that was easy. You know, number 80 looked really unenthusiastic. So far I'm feeling good about the game. My strength on my team has always been defense. I think the game rates my defense as an
And he tacks on the extra point.
offense is like beat.
So with less than 2 to go in the third quarter, our score, William and Mary 14, Michigan 3. William and Mary to kick
I like how I can audible here and somehow everyone just knows what I've audibled to without any kind of verbal cue. Oh, that's a good kick.
Kicks it off. Matthews takes it to the 4.
Something else I was going to mention. Alright, the emulation in this game is pretty good. Like I mentioned earlier, I'm playing this on a backwards compatible old 4 USB port 80GB PlayStation 3. Alright, I love backwards compatibility, I just had to get one backwards compatible. And by the way, oh my gosh, I would probably bought a PS4 by now if it were backwards compatible. Can't they at least make it backwards compatible with like the PlayStation 2? Oh, he got that.
How about your assessment of that long play, Kirk?
Well, Brad, not only a big pass play, but anytime you can stretch a defense on first or second down like this, you're going to open up your running game.
Well done on their part.
It's 1st and 10.
Anyway, yeah, but what's up with that, Sonny? I mean, the only reason I'm really holding off buying a PS4 is because, like, I want to be able to play my older games. You know, I mean, that's why I haven't bought a new PlayStation 3 when my old one broke. You know, I went on eBay and got this old one, which honestly was a good deal anyway. It was probably a good idea. That's another sack. Alright, I feel like I've established the sacking game pretty well.
It's 2nd down now, 14 to go. Ball right around midfield.
Now the computer's always going to have to worry about being sacked, even when I'm not.
Sanders lines up in a deep back.
But yeah, you know, I'm stuck with this old thing, which I like.
And it's incomplete.
Okay, that was lucky.
He needed a little more touch on his throw.
He's got to take a deep
But,
breath.
you know, it's not ideal. And definitely with Metal Gear Solid 5 coming out, you know, I'm going to be at college, actually at William & Mary, fittingly, when that game comes out. Yeah, September 1st, counting the days. So, I don't know if I'll be getting that game super early on, but
he catches it with one hand.
okay, I don't know how they
It's
expected
not
that
enough
to
for the
work.
first.
Kirk, it looked like to me he just released it too early.
Yeah, I agree, Coach. You need to be a little bit more patient in the pocket, especially on third down.
All right, the commentary is turned down a little bit, but so I can only hear part of it. You all can actually hear the commentary much better than I can, because this device is capturing it directly from the game console, and I'm just going to...
And it goes into the end zone, down for a touchback. The run game was a big factor in this offense's last drive when they got down the field for a touchdown.
So you all can hear the audio a lot better than I can, but I am going to...
William and Mary goes with the ace set here. Here's the option. He laterals the ball.
Take the option.
Spin move.
And it doesn't help me a lot, but...
With a takedown. About 7 yards on that carry.
7-yard gain on the one.
Second and 3. Ball on their own 27.
Oh yeah, Metal Gear Solid.
The Tribe come to the line with their jumbo package.
So, I can't wait for it to come out. There is a PlayStation 3
Of course, he
version.
picked up a few yards on that one.
But, I mean, come on. The PlayStation 3 came out nearly 10 years ago. That's
It's first
crazy.
and 10. Ball on the
It's amazing
31.
that this game is
William
12
and Mary
years old.
line up in a jumbo set here.
Yeah, because it was made in 2003, even if it's the 04 game. They make it
Bradley
the 04.
brings him down. A yard, maybe 2 on the carry.
Alright, guys. I'm feeling the trick play again. This is the trick play I
Second and 8
tried to
coming up
show
here.
you all earlier.
Ball on their own 33.
So, the way it works is the quarterback tosses it back
Bingham,
to the
the
halfback,
lone back.
who laterals it back to a wide receiver, Armstrong, who then throws it back to the quarterback who originally had it. That's good.
Brown tosses to the left
Laterals.
side. Trick
The
play
pass.
might not work.
He catches it,
Missed
yes.
tackle. Spins
What, my
upfield.
QB broke a tackle?
And the trickery pays off with a nice gain and a first down.
That is about the best that play can work. That was a
Our
beautiful,
national championship game is
textbook
1/4 away
appropriate
from naming the number 1 team in the country.
execution of
Our
that play.
score,
That
William
was
and
just
Mary,
beautiful. He becomes a blocker. I get the pass off. And the wide receiver's not good at passing, but, he was good enough this time. My QB, okay, that's an insane catch for a quarterback. He's like, yeah, man, I got this. Okay, he wouldn't have had that in real life, but alright. And then he breaks a tackle. Look at that. He just grabs it at his neck and throws him down. It's like, get the fuck off me, man. Come on. Stop playing around. Then I spin by this guy. I told him to do that. And then the dive. Actually, that broken tackle made a difference of, like, it was on the 45. I mean, that broken tackle was worth about 10 yards. Yeah. So, yeah, this trick play had a whole bunch of things that happened to work really well. The one-handed... My quarterback became a beast for this play. The one-handed catch, immediately broken tackle. That's crazy. I mean, the quarterback does not usually catch balls. For those of you who don't know American football at all,
This is the
he's
fifth
just the
play
guy
of
who
this
normally
drive.
does the passing or handing the ball off to the people who run it. He's number 14, Brown.
Bingham gets the carry. He spins around.
Probably shouldn't
With
have
a
bothered
takedown.
spinning. I
About
should've-
4 yards on that play.
Gain of 4 on the play.
So I know a lot of play with my fullback
Second and 6
or
coming
with
up
my
here.
halfback,
And this is
really
the
both
sixth
of them,
play of
is
the
very
drive.
straightforward, but like I explained, my halfback is not really that good. Well, I'm lucky they moved their line that way. They made a bigger hole in the middle there.
Bradley brings him down. A gain of 3 yards by the fullback.
So I'm feeling that we're going to pull this one off. I have a good feeling about
We
this
get
game,
3rd and 3
especially
here.
because
This is the
I've been
seventh play of
way
this
more
drive.
run-heavy than usual.
The
I'm running
defense
off the
sets up
clock
with
real
5
quick.
defensive linemen.
It's actually probably good for a video like this.
And down he goes. They keep it on the ground and get the first down.
Good call there on third down by the old head coach.
Yeah, and also give credit to the big boys up front. They did an excellent job of
I like the I
allowing the back
formation
to
because
get
you can
nice
run from
yardage
it or pass.
It's 1st and 10. Ball on the 31.
And run a little bit more.
The Tribe go with the I formation. Again for the run. Lyman with a takedown at the 29-yard line. That'll be a 2-yard gain.
I think now is a good time to use the I formation to pass. Is there a play action? Okay. So play action.
Second and 8 coming up
It's
here.
kind
And this
of
is
a
the
trick
ninth play
play.
of the current drive.
So you pretend to hand it off like you're going to run it,
Bingham is the deep back as
and
they
really
line
you
up in the
pass it.
I.
I think I'm going to pass to Armstrong. If he's pretend to hand it off.
Under pressure.
They don't buy it at all. But I do get the pass off anyway. So I got lucky. The idea is hopefully when you hand it off, you know, like the guys there will buy it. One guy did. This guy reacted like he thought I handed it off. See, he turns like he's going to try to stop this guy from running. So it worked there. It stopped him, and then he's like, "Oh man." Now my quarterback got completely wrecked, but he got the pass off. So I guess that's what. This guy did not buy it for 1 second. He was like, "Ah, come on, man. Don't pull that." I'm kind of lucky I got that off. And I'm even more lucky that he actually came back and caught it. Especially because I took a risk there. I just threw to him because I already had him in mind. I didn't actually realize. Oh well, it worked out.
Bingham lines up in the deep back
Oh.
formation. And they hit him in the
Yeah,
backfield.
they cut through my guys real
This is
quick.
a great example of how to defend the run. Here the
Oh, trick
fullback
play
has
again.
nowhere, and I mean nowhere to run.
Nice
Well, hey,
job
if
by
it's a
these guys.
completion,
They
it'll
can
be a
very
touchdown.
sound defensively.
If it's not, it'll probably be an interception.
Brown with 3 wide receivers. Some trickery here. And now he's going to throw it. It falls
Or the wide
incomplete.
receiver can't pass.
That one way too far out
But, I
in
mean,
front.
he's a
You know
wide
what,
receiver.
guys?
What do you
That's what I
expect?
refer to as a radio ball. You can hear it, you just can't
Okay.
see it. And if the receiver
This
can't
is another
see
one
it,
we're
then he's not
expecting
gonna
the
catch
quarterback
it.
to step up. So it's a
It's
rollout
third down at
play.
10. This is
And
the
notice
fourth
all of my
play of
guys
this
who
drive.
I can pass to go to the right.
The Wolverines bring in
The
their dime
idea
package.
here is that my quarterback will run to the left. Hopefully all of their guys will
Brown
go
set
to the right.
air.
Following
Looking.
that.
He's under some heat.
Didn't work after pass. And I
He
can't
can't
get
get
it.
away from the pressure. They got heavy pressure on him that time.
Boy, you better
Trying to
believe
pass
it.
there,
The
but he decided
penetration
not to
got
and
there,
just
and
take the
boom,
hit.
he went down.
Yeah,
Alright,
that
well,
pocket just collapsed
not
right
a
on
hard
top of
field.
the quarterback.
40 yards about.
Jeffrey lines up for the field goal.
Almost 40-yard field goal.
It's up.
Hope the accuracy's good. Alright, we're good.
And it's right down the middle.
As I mentioned before, you can actually get awards for certain players, like
Jeffrey
Heisman.
looks ready to
And
kick
my
this one
kicker,
off.
even though he's not that
Hickman
good,
and Matt
just so
Hicks back to
happened that
return.
one year my offense was not quite
Decent
good enough
kick,
to
looks
get
to be
touchdowns a
returnable.
lot, but we would get good field position. Especially because our
Hickman
defense
fields
is
it
good
at
and we
the
got a
3.
lot of interceptions.
With the spin.
Oh! Oh, look at that.
So
Huh.
the offense takes
Impressive.
over. And they'll try to figure out this defense. They forced them to punt the last time. they
Anyway,
had the ball.
my kicker actually won an award, so
take
I'm
over
hoping
at the
they'll be able to
30-yard
get
line.
a genuine, like, 5-star kicker.
Michigan
pretty soon.
comes to the line with 3 wide. Drops back to pass.
Impressive.
He unloads it. Comes up with a jump ball. This quarterback doesn't
Most
seem to be having any
impressive.
trouble with his zone, does he?
He recognized the receiver was behind the coverage, and he found him with a perfect strike. That's nice passing for a first down.
They'll
If we
throw
can
on
stop him
first
here,
down.
we end the game.
Complete. And down he goes. Kirk, that was a nice grab there.
You know,
They're
it
doing
may be
hurry up.
simple, but whenever you can gain solid yardage,
Alright.
you're doing something right.
I'm thinking man coverage here. Because my zones
down and
probably
6 to
won't
go.
go back
Ball
far
on the
enough to
29.
protect the end zone. And that's probably where they're throwing. But I'd also
Michigan
prefer
goes
that
with
they're
the
not
A
going to
set
first
here.
down.
He steps up,
So
throws
man
it to the
coverage,
outside. Got
and
it.
that's the
And he's
weakness of
taken
man.
down at the 21.
And he got out of
And Herbie,
bounds.
that was a
It's 2nd
good-looking
clock,
throw.
and they're
And what
doing hurry up.
impresses me is the composure of this young quarterback. He made
Alright,
a
I'm
great
gonna
read,
chance it
saw
on
the
zone
open
coverage.
receiver, and delivered an
Gives me a
almost
better
perfect
chance of stopping the
strike.
pass,
Good
but if they
looking
get,
play.
you know, if
They'll
the
throw on
receivers get
first
past
down.
me back there.
He has some room. He's knocked out of bounds. Nice little
Yeah.
pattern there.
Yeah, he had great position
This is
there,
where it gets
and that
real.
ball was
Now
thrown
my
in the right spot.
defense is normally really good at getting interceptions.
2nd and 4 coming up
Interception here
This
would
is the
pretty
5th
much
play
end
of
the
this
game
drive.
for us.
Michigan sets up with 4 receivers. Defense looking for his first
Sooner or later, we
incompletion
almost
this
always get an
drive.
interception.
Incomplete. Well, he was under some heavy pressure there.
Well, I agree there was a lot of pressure, but I think he can hold on to the ball just a little bit longer and deliver
Cover
it
two.
with some confidence.
It's probably like basically my
It's
favorite
3rd down and 4 to
play
go.
for defense.
Ball on the 15.
It gets a ton of turnovers. It's really
Eldridge
good against the
comes to the
pass.
line with 3
Let's
wide.
see it in action,
Steps up
guys.
Under heavy pressure. And he picks it
And he
off
gets
in
the
end zone.
interception. What I
Tries
tell
to
you.
spin.
Alright, I should have
Brings
stayed
him
in,
down.
but I
Looks
saw
to
no
have been
good.
shaken up a bit on that play.
Yeah, I don't
And
think
we
it's too
injure him in the
serious, though, guys.
process.
He's
Alright,
a tough
that's a wrap.
athlete. I think we'll see him back in this game.
Well, their offense may never get a chance to be back in this game, actually. See, this is why this play is so good. You just have so many guys out there. Like, yeah, one of them will probably get their hands on it. I like how we tip the ball, and as soon as anyone touches the ball, you're allowed to start tackling their receivers, which is a smart idea, just to make sure, you know, they can't. But I like how it's totally unnecessary here. We just wreck the receiver, even though our guy's... Like, clearly he's not going to catch the ball. Like, there's no way this ball is getting to their receiver, but, you know, number 4 just wrecks him anyway and injures him. Which actually does leave the player sprawled out for the rest of the play. Anyway, I should have stayed in. It would have been a touchback. I would be on the 20. But, you know, I saw open field. Alright, so...
They'll go to work.
Right now I have 2 choices. The way you would really play it would be to run the ball a whole lot. Because whenever you run the ball, basically as long as there's not an incomplete pass, the clock keeps running. It's only about a minute left in the game, so keep running the clock, right? You know, just do this. It doesn't really matter if you don't gain too many yards. You know, they're calling timeouts desperately, you know, hoping they can get the ball back, and I guess do an onside kick to tie the game. That's what you should do.
Give the fullback the ball and just let him.
Or
Straight
I
up
could
the
do
gut.
this.
2nd and 9. Ball on the 19-yard
I
line.
think you all know what's more fun.
Brown steps back to pass. Looks. Throws it out there. Caught. And he's all the way down to the 40. Michigan takes a timeout, and now they've only got 1 remaining.
I think I'm done with the trick play. I was thinking about it for a second there, but I think
Ball on the
I'm
40-yard line. The Tribe set up in the gun. They'll throw on 1st down. Here they come. And he's got it. Going the other way now. What an interception by the cornerback.
This guy needs to be.
To be fair, I'm surprised they intercepted that. That was some good play. That was a really good play by their guy. You know, I was hoping one would look back to see if the ball was coming. That probably would have helped. Or that 85 would get it. I tried to throw to 85, who had been going straight, so I figured he could probably get it. But no, my quarterback for some reason threw a little bit off, and he does that. He doesn't have perfect accuracy. That's a stat. And their guy just makes a great play, so I've kind of got the hand into him. Now, on the other hand, they're still screwed, but, you know,
They'll get the ball
I mean, they
here
basically
at
have
the
to get a
36.
touchdown, do an onside kick, recover it, and get another touchdown to have a
He's in
chance.
trouble. And it's caught. He
The
spins.
little passes like that aren't going
Brings
to
him
do it,
down.
because
And a nice
unless it's an
catch by the
incomplete
wideout
pass,
that
the
time.
clock keeps ticking.
They'll throw on 1st down. The spike will stop the clock.
Alright, so he spiked the ball. That means he basically just threw it on the ground right in front of him. It counts as an incomplete pass. So it's a strategy that's employed to stop the clock.
Congratulations to our Old Spice players of the game. Old Spice Red Zone, when performance matters
Blitz
the
one
most.
guy, I just don't want their quarterback to get too
Eldridge drops to throw. Steps up in the pocket. And he's hammered as
we
he
hit
lets it go.
They thought they could get that one past the linebacker, but his strength is zoned.
Oh,
So he
one
just
thing I was going to
sticks
mention
out his hand
earlier,
and
with the
says,
emulation on
"Not so
PlayStation
fast,
3,
my
before I
friend."
got all angry at Sony for not doing backwards compatibility, which I am still angry about. However,
3rd and 10. Ball on their own 49.
the emulation is not perfect.
back in the
This is
gun.
the old 80 gigabyte, not 60. So you might notice a few kind of funny things that didn't translate totally correctly.
And that was a good
You
defensive
know, nothing
play.
major.
Yeah, guys,
Gameplay
this
is
is because
totally
he's in
fine.
great position to make the
No,
play.
most of the stuff is completely good. But you might notice a couple things. I don't know if some of them have already shown up. Where the emulation is a little imperfect. In fact, it
Not much
might even
choice
be a
here.
little
They
crazy.
have to try for it. Here we go. Pressure coming.
Gotta complete this pass to have a chance, and they do. Oh.
And down he goes. The wide receiver picks up good yardage that time.
I mean, the game's basically over, but man, I've got to do some kind of man coverage. By the way,
They'll throw on first down.
Okay, good. They spiked it anyway, because I was confused. 'Cause I've got to do man coverage, because my zone doesn't go far back
It's
enough
second
to
down and
protect
10 to go.
the end
Ball on
zone.
the 30.
So I've got to do man coverage.
The Wolverines with 4 receivers. Back to pass. He's rolling right.
Guys, we have to stop falling for that same
with a
thing.
takedown.
I mean, the game's basically over. Now we can do zone, and now zone is very, very effective.
Eldridge back to pass, and he stops the clock with a spike.
All right. Cover 2
Second
again.
and 10.
Hey, it worked
Ball on the
last
11.
time. Game's basically over, but technically
The
they still have a
Wolverines
chance.
line up with 3 wide.
It makes sense to keep trying. It's a national championship. They would have to score more points in 40 seconds than they have been able to score the entire game so far.
Caught. Simon brings him down.
Stuff like that's just not going to do it.
That one worked pretty well.
It's a good job here by the wide receiver to get
Clock keeps running, and they just don't have time for this.
He drops back, steps up.
Let's do it,
across the
guys.
middle, and they
Oh.
couldn't hook up on that
Ooh,
one.
he almost had that.
There was a lot of pressure on the quarterback there.
Obviously,
yeah, he
they're
had to
going
get
for
rid
it.
of it in a hurry, and that's why his pass was
So we're
off.
going to do one of my favorite plays. It's not technically a good play.
They need a
But
conversion
what it
here.
is all 8 of these guys right here just rush forward and try to sack the quarterback. Hey, we'll see if it works. It leaves us open and vulnerable for a pass, though.
And he's in there. Touchdown. So the quarterback takes it in for the score.
Yeah, nice job here by
Well,
the
what do you
quarterback
know?
to call his own number and get the ball in the end zone.
That was a good play call. It really was. I'm surprised no one was there to stop it, but on the off chance that they go for a 2-point conversion. Cover 2. There's no reason they should. They would risk way too much, but
And he hits the PAT.
all right. Hey, I'm glad I
But we're
recorded this
down to
game.
just a few seconds
Now we're
remaining
gonna
here
see
in the
an
ball game.
onside
And our
kick.
score, William and Mary, 17.
Somewhat unusual,
Michigan,
but
10.
you have to kick the ball in such a way that it goes 10 yards, and then your team can actually recover it. So it's a very
Michigan
short
lined
kick.
up in an onside
They
kick
try to get the
formation.
bounce so that their guys can run and try to get it before ours
With
guys.
the onside kick.
It did not go 10 yards. We got it anyway, though. Those eyes, ref. We got it anyway, though. All right, but they got a penalty by not kicking it far
Michigan
enough. So
is
they have to
lining
start
up for
5
the
yards
onside
further
kick
back.
here.
If they do that
With the
again,
onside kick.
which they did, flag again. Again, nice eyes.
First down.
Then we just get the ball. All right, valiant try. Valiant try. I mean, you had to try it. So again, I'm in a situation where normally you just take a
It's
knee
first and
and
10.
you'd end the game.
Ball
But
on
what
the
fun is that,
46-yard line.
really?
Ace backfield.
That's not what you're all here to see.
Back to pass. He's looking. Throws. Complete.
No!
And he's going to lose yards on this one. The Wolverines
And they wisely
call for a
called a
timeout.
timeout.
And now they got no timeouts left.
I guess I could kneel it and end the game, or I could go for a touchdown.
Second down and 12.
And what's really
Ball
the
on the
point,
44.
you know? I mean, it's not
The try,
it's not
line up in an I
whether you win
formation.
or lose. It's how
Brown
much you run
drops
up the
back.
score. Right?
Looking, under pressure, across the middle. What concentration. William and Mary.
What? Sorry, so much what? So I tried to throw to a guy over here. I guess my quarterback decided that by that I meant throw to the middle of their 4 guys. Seriously, I was not throwing towards this guy. I was throwing towards... So I don't know how the quarterback interpreted that as over here. Hilariously, not only did they not intercept the ball, which would have made for an amazing last play, where they probably would have had to throw a Hail Mary, and I would try to see if I could stop it, them trying to tie the game. Not only could these 3 guys, the 3 Stooges here, not knock down the ball successfully, I actually caught it. Look, effort like that has to be
You know,
rewarded.
there's nothing I hate more than seeing
36
teams run
yards
up the
is a little
score.
too far
Hey,
for
I
a
just down the ball right now and get out of here with a
little too
victory.
far for a field goal.
It's first and 10.
But you know what? It's not too
Ball
far
on the
for
36.
a trick play.
Michigan brings in the nickel here, and he wants to pitch it. And this could be a pass. And he caught it. Spin move. Ball is loose. Fumble.
No!
And the defense has it. The safety.
Well, it doesn't matter. Time's up. Alright, that was a fun game, though. And yes, some shenanigans on my part allowed that fumble to happen. And one of the turnovers.
So after another exciting year of college football, we can finally name our national champion. Your thoughts on the game, guys?
William and Mary made the journey and finished it off with the national championship. It really couldn't have happened to a better bunch of kids in a class of school than this.
And there's my coach, looking good as always. That's me, guys. No body, rainbow-colored pants.
The world, everything. Congratulations to our national champions.
Folks, thanks for tuning into our game. Our final score, William and Mary, 17. Michigan, 10. For Lee Corso, Kirk Herbstreit, and everyone at EA Sports, I'm Brad Nessler saying goodbye and see you next time.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it turns out that I just chose to record the #1 greatest game of all time. So, it determines what the greatest game is based on how close it was, whether it was an important game, like the national championship, and how intense the end of the game was. So if all the turnovers, it decided that this was an amazing game because of all the turnovers, which I guess it kind of was. It was a really good game, actually. I was hoping for it when I decided to record it. So anyway, that was fun. That's the end of another season. That was in the Fiesta Bowl. And I'm a level 21 EA Sports gamer, guys. Alright, so I am done with this video. I'm going to roll right into recruiting, I think. But I'm going to make that a separate video. So, I will see you all back in whenever it is you decide to watch the second video.